What's up, everybody? Couchmos here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. And in this video, we got to talk about the State of the Agents March 2022, where it mentions the new agent, potential future agent changes and balance, and just a lot. So we're going to cover it all and break it all down. But the Game Leap website is the best place to climb to Diamond, Immortal, or even Radiant with our in-depth advanced tips, tricks, guides, and so much more. If you want to climb incredibly quickly, do yourself a favor and go check it out right now down below. Now, while I'll typically summarize these articles, this article is not that long, so I'm actually going to just read it word for word and we'll talk about it after the fact. So, quote, "Hey everyone, it's been a minute since the last time I typed words in a Google Doc, but here we are. Patch 4.04 brought a great wave of controller balance changes. Yours rework created the craziest of fakeouts, and we had some unfortunate bugs here or there. We are still monitoring how the landscape of Valorant is settling after these changes, so I don't want to comment prematurely, but there are definitely some fun new plays happening. I wanted to give a quick note around future balance updates / ongoing conversations. Whether it be a future State of the Agents, Dev Diaries, or any other location, you will see the rest of the design and balance team speaking towards these topics in various channels. Most of my updates will be focused on new agents. With that said, let's get into the next agent. Remember, new agents take 12 to 15 months to develop, and we focus on questions like, what is missing from the current core playstyles? Are there thematics that present big opportunities? And what's needed for more game health, plus more. So first off, while it does say that agents take 12 to 15 months to develop, that just means that there are a lot of agents that are already in development. It means that there's a giant queue of agents constantly already being developed, and because there's probably like 6 agents in development right now, they are going to be trickling out as they fully finish developing. That doesn't mean that we're going to have a huge gap between new agents or anything like that. All that means is that agents take a long time and they are typically queued up way in advance. But more importantly than that, it's hard to take very new meta stuff and develop a character around it. That means they ask themselves all these hard questions. What's missing from the current core playstyles, and what themes present big opportunities within character creation and game balance? And they asked those questions 12 to 15 months ago, and that's the agents that are coming out now. So if new stuff is talked about right now, some new meta is forming, or the conversation is shifting, or whatever the case may be is happening right now or recently, even if they implement those ideas in a future agent, we won't even see what that agent brings to the table until 12 to 15 months down the line. So it is really a slow transition from conceptualization to release. And that's important for people to understand. And this actually makes a lot of sense because I looked at how they dubbed a lot of the smokers, specifically the Dome smokers, which is Astra, Brimstone, and Omen, and how relatively recently Viper has become incredibly powerful and has eaten up a lot of the meta with the introduction of maps that center around her and her buffs from previously. She's a very strong character, and if you look at that, you might think, hey, okay, so the next agent or the agent after that is going to be not a Dome smoker, it's going to be a smoker like Viper. Well, that probably has gone through the mind of the developers. They weren't actually pushing that idea through until recently. So let's say Viper takes up meta approximately 3 months ago. They realize they need someone that could be a fold to Viper or a secondary option, and they put her in the agent queue. That means that, hypothetically, this is not the real numbers, but let's say 3 months go by since then. That means there's still going to be a 9 to 12 month waiting period until that agent gets pushed into the game, unless they want to expedite their timeline. But they have a lot of other agents that are in development, that are further along in the development process, that were introduced into the conversation sphere for potentially important reasons as well. Maybe they change something about the core playstyles that they really like, or maybe it really adds something very unique to the game, or maybe it helps game health. All of these things could be a reason for any of the characters being added, and they can't just shift things around just because something right now is needed, because it takes a long time to develop these agents. I think that this is a really important insight because it shows us that it's not like we demand a thing or an agent or a balance. They can't really push that through with just developing a new agent because it takes so long for new ideas to become full agents, and that's really interesting. Now, digging into more information about an initiator, they said this, quote, "There have been a lot of conversations within the character teams around initiators, specifically Sova. His initiation tools are unique in the way that they rely on reconnaissance and information gathering to give you and the team tools to decide your next step. So much of Valorant's tactical loop revolves around information. Knowing where enemies are/are not and exploiting that info to execute during that sliver of a window is key to many successful wins. So the notion of another agent that revolves around the information gathering aspect of the tactical loop has, and for a while, been at the top of their mind. Within that space, we had a dream for something new. When Nick Wu joined the team, previously part of Premium Content, we put his expert eyes on this opportunity. Our focus early on was identifying unique gameplay differences within the realm of recon/info and landed in a space that has more localized initiation and recon tools. This next agent should give you a more intimate feeling when hunting down enemies. You know what? I'm gonna give you an intimate feeling too if you smash the like and subscribe. All right, anyways, moving. Okay. Of course, there is our theme, but the thought of giving away too much frightens me, so I'll leave that out. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that pretty much gave us very little about the new agent, besides the fact that the agent is confirmed an initiator. So we already know that the character's name is Bounty Hunter, and that it's gonna be an initiator, and that you're gonna feel, quote, intimate feeling when you're hunting down enemies. I have no idea what the fuck that means. What is intimate? Like, what the hell? What does that even mean in the context of an agent? Like, you are going in yourself? Like you're gathering info through the eyes of an enemy? Ooh, maybe you're taking, you know what? I'm gonna call it right here. That's my guess. You go through the perspective, the point of view of an enemy. That's your ult. You pop into their eyes and you gather info from their point of view. That I fucking figured it out. No, I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. But if I'm right, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. But in actuality, this makes a lot of sense. Sova has been at the top of the meta for a very long time because he doesn't have a lot of competition, right? But they like the play pattern that he creates, and they understand that he plays a vital role into Valorant's tactical loop. And I think that pro play is better off with Sova in it personally, and he's just a really fun character to see people get better and better with as they learn more and more. Now, if we look and we see that it takes 12 to 15 months to develop a new agent, Sova has been on the top of their mind for a long time, and they think that the best way to actually create more diversity is not to nerf Sova and ruin what Sova does and make him weaker or more inferior to other character types like Sentinels and Duelists and even Controllers. Instead, they want to introduce competition. That's what they want to do, but it takes 12 to 15 months, so this new character is probably going to be a direct competitor to Sova, and it's just been in development for quite some time. But I'm incredibly excited. Let me know what you think this new agent is going to be all about. If you had to guess their abilities, let me know down below. And while you're there, the Gaming Leap website's the best place to quickly climb and dominate with in-depth tips, tricks, guides, and so much more. If you want to absolutely pop off and dominate, do yourself a favor and go check it out right now down below.